How do you choose between air or water cooling?
Hi, I'm Paul, this is Diane, and we are the PC Zombies, and this is the 6th installment in our PC Cooling Basics series.
And we covered air cooling and water cooling.
And today we're going to show you the pros and cons so you know how to pick between air and water cooling. Let's just jump right into it.
Okay, so tell me, when should you use one cooler over the other than the water cooler is smaller?
Okay. you need a phone book?
I'm not sitting.
Imagine that you had this air cooler instead of the water cooler. I'm not going to take the all-in-one water cooler off. That would get rid of the middle part, these two hoses, and the radiator. But instead you'd have this and the fan together, and that then will sit in the middle and take up all the space in this entire middle area. And so it's actually a lot uglier, I think.
Right.
But it's effective if you don't have a high-end CPU. But the problem is it will struggle, especially if you're trying to overclock your CPU, or if you have a high-end CPU. I'd always opt for an all-in-one water cooler every time before I'd use an air cooler for a high-end PC.
Tell me, what's an overclock to a PC?
Overclocking means you're giving even more power to your CPU, making it even more hotter and go even faster.
Wow, cool. So when do you use a water cooler?
Well, first of all, if you don't have a lot of space, maybe your memory is really close to your CPU and you can't fit an air cooler in, you can use a water cooler for that. It takes less space on top of the CPU, but then again, you need more space for the radiator by your fans. But you're going to have to put fans in no matter what, either cooler. So the extra space for the radiator is just a single inch you have to account for. The other reasons you might use a water cooler is because it looks better. Aesthetically, it's really kind of cool to see those pipes running through.
Yeah, it is.
It's easy to maintain. Once you've installed it, you can ignore it. It'll work. It's a closed environment. Just like this is a closed environment with water in it, except for this one, the water cooler has a pump. But you do have a little bit of extra configuration to do to tell the pump when to pump and how fast to pump. And basically, you set that based on how hot the water is. And that's easy to do.
Mm-hmm. Makes sense.
The other reason you use a water cooler is because sometimes you want to have a quiet computer.
Oh.
And water's more efficient. Water is much more efficient at cooling. Instead of trying to blow air across this little radiator inside your case really fast to cool off the CPU, you could blow 3 fans at like a half the speed or a third of the speed across a big radiator, and then that cools the water, and the water gets pumped through the system. And on top of it all, it has more water. This has such a limited small amount of water in those little tubes. The water cooler has a lot more. Even this all-in-one water cooler has water in the reservoir, water in the pumps, water in the hoses. That's a lot of water. The more water means it takes longer before the hot water comes back to the CPU. So it comes back cooler. Mm-hmm. So it's quieter, it's cooler, it looks cooler. Why wouldn't you buy an all-in-one water cooler if you can afford it? Okay, that's the pros and cons between air and water. No matter which one you use, you're gonna need to take cool air into the case and exhaust the hot air out. So next time, we're gonna be talking about fans.
I hope we have fans.
I think we have fans, but we could use more fans. Please subscribe.
And give us a thumbs up if you like the video.
All right, thanks guys, bye.
Take care, bye.